thinking it fits perfect. I'm hoping it does. I think it does. 2,700. So they give you 3 grand. How about we flip for 300?
Rolex only choose certain people who've got a relationship, or when you're chosen from a list.
When that comes out, that's going to drive that. You know, there's not even a comparable between a date just flew to Jubilee and a Coke. So it's going to be totally your decision on. Do you know what? With this, it's going to be a question of whether or not they discontinue it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you.
So if you do 35 and a half today, it's yours, done. Yeah. But ultimately, you know what? People are just getting the right watch at the right money. So this is your new beauty.
Bigger box.
Yeah, see, you're going up in the world when you get a bigger box, isn't it? Yeah, exactly.
The box.
Exactly. Do you know what? The boxes aren't even that great.
This is 2023, you said, yeah?
Take a little look.
I didn't got offered another one today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bet it wasn't as cheap and it wasn't as good service either.
No, the service wasn't.
No, definitely
but it was. But this is what I wanted.
The funny thing about watches is, so Rolex make perfection. If I had £1 for every time people would call on the service or the warranty from Rolex, I'd make no money. Because when's there ever gonna be a problem with a watch that's made perfect?
Yes, people.
It is, isn't it? It's the best out of all the Rolexes without a doubt. So I'm thinking it fits perfect. I'm hoping it does. I think it does. I think it's perfect and it suits you.
That's good. I might just leave that on.
It fits you perfect. Yeah, lovely. You leave that on. Far the best. The only other one that maybe comes close is the Pikachu, which is the yellow gold one. But it's yellow gold, so yellow gold never does as well as white gold or even rose. So
new GMT 2, the gold one. Yeah, and then
there you go.
That's what made me come onto the video. Made me come onto. But I wasn't looking for that. But I was looking for that one of them anyway.
Well,
see that, went onto the website and then found that. So it's
and you know what? And you know what? Honestly, I tell you, so this God's honest truth. I sold 8 watches yesterday. I haven't sold 8 in a day since it was in the hype. But they were all steel sports, like all, you know, the low end, the 10, 12, 15 grand, right? Yeah. All of a sudden, yesterday, sold yours, 35 odd grand, a Day-Date Olive, 40 odd grand, a TBR, 100 grand, a call for a Patek, 110 grand. I don't know what it is, but all the big watches yesterday, which I'm pleased about, you know. You know, I pray to God sometimes, just give me one of them days. I need it, keep me going, you know, but...
Pricing time?
Yeah, all day. I mean, listen, that is under retail right now.
What's retail on these at the moment?
34, 35 grand.
Yeah.
And if they go 4% up in the next...
Yeah, the market's...
The way it's going, September they're going to do another price rise. They go 4% up on that again. We're now at what, 36, 37 grand? And you've just paid... Unbelievable.
The market's really bad, isn't it, at the moment?
No, it's not bad. It's bad if you want to compare it to 2 years ago. Yeah. But I think it's just where it...
Well, blow up on it at one point.
Yeah, I just think it's corrected itself to where it should be, where it is. But ultimately, you know what? People are just getting the right watch at the right money now. You're not getting... the reason you're buying it now is because you believe it's at the right time to buy it.
For me, for the cost of...
Exactly. And there's a lot of other people thinking the same thing. And you know what? To be honest, you know, your Partex and you're making a nice jump, a nice upgrade.
I've got a bit of warranty still on it, so that's the main thing.
Mate, you've got 3 years. You also get a year with us, and also if you have any problems whatsoever, any problems...
I want to be doing more business with you, so...
Yeah.
Any problems at all, mate, just give me a shout. We'll do anything we can to help you anytime. So far, we've given 3 watches out today. The first one we bought, which is actually sold, Day-Date 36. Brand spanking new. Stunning watch. Not as popular as you'd think, but very rare. I mean, you just don't find them. We've actually got a yellow gold with the green ombre sunburst coming tomorrow. This came in part exchange, which is this is the old reference 116613LB, 2018. Not sold it yet, but it's coming part X. The client took a yellow sub. That was the client who just took it. He's wanted the full gold for a long time, so that was what we did him. We gave him that. We welcomed him to the family. Team GMG. There you go. We gave a client, a really nice guy from Ibiza. He bought himself a white gold Oyster Flex and he gave us a bimetal root beer. He hasn't been wearing it. We haven't sold it, but that's probably like our 4th or 5th one in stock. These go quite quickly, so it's fine. We don't mind holding these a little bit longer. And we've got 2 more clients due in, and you never know who else will come.
While me and Johnny are sat here and I've got a couple of minutes, we are going through comments on YouTube and Instagram and replying and getting back to everyone. Just something I want to point out, we've had a few comments say the same kind of thing. Why are you telling us the price from Rolex and then telling us that the price is going to be more from yourself? Unfortunately, as much as we would love to sell you the watch at the exact same price Rolex do, it's physically impossible. Rolex only choose certain people who've got a relationship or when you're chosen from a list to buy a watch at their list price. Now, some people who buy them watches come to us, come to other people, and they sell the watch to us, but they want to make a profit on the watch. So we have to then buy the watch at a higher price. Therefore, when we sell it to you, we sell it at the higher price because we've also got to make a little bit of money on it from our marketing, and obviously we're a business and that's what we're here to do. Now, obviously in an ideal world, if we could get the watches for below list, then we'd sell them for a great price and everyone would be happy, but unfortunately we can't. So please just bear in mind, we are always selling at competitive prices. We are the cheapest in the UK on 90% of our watches, if not 100. And we do like to give you a deal. As you saw with the bimetal GMT when that came out, we bought that and got given that at a really, really cheap price. So we sold it at a cheap price. We're never greedy on the watches. We always try and sell them at good prices. And our main thing is to help people who want these watches, who aren't lucky enough to be selected by Rolex to buy direct from the store, to buy from us, own the watch that they want. They've got that watch at a good price. So yeah, hopefully you'll see some of these comments being answered, and that's just a little bit of knowledge into how it works and why we have to sell them at a higher price for those who may not know.
I've got one of these in my own personal collection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Like, do you think it's good?
Have you seen how big this watch is?
Yeah.
Is it not crazy?
It is
So
crazy, yeah.
I think that from a wearability factor, no one's ever gonna. I mean, you'd have to be a really, really huge guy. Yeah, exactly. It's like a friggin' spaceship. So the funny thing about this watch, obviously, aside from what it is, it's titanium. So look, even just picking it up, then it's so light. You expected it to be, you know, weighty, but it's just light. I mean, it's huge. Yeah. It is. I've got one. Like I say, it's absolutely huge. So from a wearability factor, I can't see anyone ever walking down the street and saying, "Hey, look at my Challenger," you know.
Especially around London.
Exactly. But I think from an investment perspective or from a collection perspective, there are people out there that want to put that into their collection. So that's how we sell it. Consignment, if you're happy, always works better for you and for me. I mean, if I buy it outright today, I'm happy because I buy it what we would call trade market trade price. But if I sell it on consignment, yes, I'm not going to make as much profit, but I'm also not paying for it, so it's different, you know. Do you know what? With this, it's going to be a question of whether or not they discontinue it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that, but...
Do you know what? I don't know more than you do. I mean, this is the thing. We're all none of us have any more information than anyone, believe it or not. Yeah. So the question is, will this be ultimately like a 1, 2, 3 year run? Will it be that see, this is the other thing as well. They released in March all these other new releases. Yeah. And so far, there's been one green Skydweller. We haven't yet seen a Panda, but there's been one in Europe. The GRNR, the yellow and the bimetal, we're now starting to see through. But no one's seen the RLX Titanium Yachtmaster yet. When that comes out, that's going to drive that, I think, because it's going to wake the world up to RLX Titanium.
This is the first titanium Rolex.
It is, but you know what the worry as well is that if Rolex decide next year that they're going to create a new range of titanium, then it's not going to be as isolated as a watch, is it? So you've got, this is the Daytona,
yeah.
and then you've got Daytona and Starbucks.
Yeah.
The most desirable is white gold, then the rose gold, then the yellow gold. Yeah, but there's a customer for everything. And this one I'll pay for straight away, which is, I'm assuming, a brand new Starbucks. Perfect. 2022, perfect. Yeah, lovely. All good. Just what he wanted.
Good timing then.
Yeah, it was good timing, to be honest. A great day yesterday as well, so I just want to keep more days like that, you know. Yeah. You wake up every day and you never know where your sales are coming from, but as long as they keep coming, who cares? YouTube, I think, contributes to that a bit. I don't know if you boys have thought about it, but...
Yeah, I know, you put a lot of time and effort into...
Yeah, it's funny, because the guy who bought a white gold Oyster Flex offers earlier today, he said, I actually came across you because I saw the GMT video. Yeah. I went onto your website and we saw you had the white gold Oyster Flex, and when I messaged you, it was on your website at 39 grand and you instantly came down to 35 and a half, and I thought that was a brilliant deal, which was true. And he asked me why could I drop it so quickly, and I said, look, I'll be honest with you, and this is the God's honest truth. The watch was on consignment and the customer that he just got an offer direct So he was going to take it back from me. So I said to him, I said, if you do 35.5 today, it's yours, done. And the guy was like, I'll do it. He sent the grand deposit and came, that was yesterday, and came and collected it today. So, and really lovely fella, he's got a nightclub in Ibiza, so he was like, next time you come to Ibiza, you've got, you know, a night on us. And I was like, fucking right, I am, I can't wait, Right, what do I owe? Look at that on a GMG notepad as well. What do I owe?
27, say 27.
2,700.
Right.
2,700. So they give you 3 grand. How about we flip for 300?
Yeah.
2,400 or 3 grand. Let's do it. Who's got a coin?
I'm gonna go with heads.
Heads or tails?
I'll go heads.
You've gone out flipping then? You're going heads. Well done. I'll get you next time. You can pay for tonight. You like it? Yeah. Good. I'm glad you like it, because honestly, I'm a big fan. I've got a few things like that in my own collection, but they never see the light of day, to be honest.
But you never see them around anymore.
You know what though? These are much nicer. You wear a watch like this that's sort of sub 15k, you feel a lot safer. Most people are looking for the new modern.
The 2-year-old watch.
2 of his watches were stickered. The James Cameron, honestly, barely worn. A really, really lovely fellow. So we flew out to Turkey to meet him. I took 5 watches off him, and he bought a platinum Daytona just after they discontinued. Yeah. He never had one. He said it was his Grail watch and wanted to kind of tick that off his list.
Such a silly addiction.
Oh mate, honestly, you know what? Thankfully, as a trader, I don't have as bad an addiction as I used to have. But it was ridiculous at one point. I mean, I was buying like 1 or 2 watches a week at one point. It was crazy. I'd go on holiday, I'd buy 3 or 4 watches, just going into every AD. My missus would be like, why are you stopping in another one? It was like, just to see what they've got. But that was in the days when you actually could get a watch out of the AD, Yeah, so there you go. So that's an Azoro. So that's the same watch, but with you want the mint green dial, that's the blue Azoro dial. But it's the same watch, so feel free to try it on for size and everything. So these have got the double lock, double folding lock. They don't, they have a single lock. So they're a little bit, I guess, more susceptible to come off the wrist, but it's 2 totally different watches. You know, there's not even a comparable between a Datejust fluted Jubilee and a Coke. So it's going to be totally your decision on which one you choose. To give you an idea though, by the way, I'm sure you know your watches, but the mint green is the most expensive of the Datejust by far. Obviously then it goes down Wimbledon, then the Azoro blue, then the normal blue, then the black and so on. But that Azoro blue is a nice watch.
I'm trying to work out if it's a bit of an older person's watch.
I'll be honest with you. So firstly, you smiled a lot more when you put on the Coke.
Oh, this is cool,
And secondly, for me, you seem to suit the Coke more, but that's just me. That was my observation. No, my observation. My observation was that. But that's not to say that, listen, the Datejust is a Datejust and it's a lovely watch, but I definitely think it's more of a talking point of Coke and definitely more and a bit more uniqueness about it, I guess. And I don't know. Everyone's different, like I say. 2 totally different watches. So, you know, what you would wear a Coke for and what you would wear a Datejust for. Exactly. Seen that spaceship watch? Titanium one. Kept that face on camera. I used to have a Ferrari. My missus used to have a photo album of Ferrari faces. She used to hang out the window of the Ferraris we were going past, and she'd take a picture of the people's drawers. Oh, honestly, it's humongous. Yeah, it's ridiculous, isn't it?